Custody battles can be messy and devastating to children, often caught in the middle of their parents' conflict.
Yeah, judges are on the lookout for parents who manipulate their kids into taking sides. But is it putting kids in harm's way? Daniela Rivera investigates.
That's how this match is going.
Shani Hunter and her son Trey
It's horrible so far.
are concerned Utah courts are playing games with kids' safety.
Feeling like your kids are being put in a bad situation and there's nothing that you can do about it.
That bad situation, Shani says, is unsupervised time with their dad, despite Utah's child welfare agency finding he physically abused one child and endangered another. And despite criminal charges, he pleaded down.
The parents' rights seem to be more important than a child's safety.
Wanting to ensure their safety, she says she asked the court for sole custody of the kids. Her ex later fought back, saying that Shani is turning her kids against him.
What in my mind were very valid reasons that a child would not want to be in a particular situation has been turned around to be that I'm somehow the issue.
There's a term for what Shani is being accused of: parental alienation. One parent turning the kids against the other. And data shows it's had a powerful impact on custody battles. This study, funded by the U.S. Department of Justice, analyzed 10 years of family court cases, finding when mothers claim abuse and the fathers claim alienation, the moms are twice as likely to lose custody.
It's very useful as a legal weapon.
Useful in court, but as a mental health condition, parental alienation is disputed by most of the mainstream medical community, according to Dr. David Corwin, an expert in child abuse at the University of Utah. He says claims of parental alienation can discount other reasons a kid may choose to avoid their parent, including abuse or neglect.
Let's call it parental alienation concept or ideology is unproven.
Attorney Ron Wilkinson represents Shani's ex-husband.
Oh, I'm certainly not trying to use junk science.
He's in court here saying Shani alienated her kids from their dad.
The older two children are estranged from him, we believe, due to the absence of the mother.
I don't care. I'm tired of this. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Shani's son, Trey Hunter, says it was his choice to stop spending time with his father against his mom's advice.
I was just like, man, screw this.
How do we know that the reason that kid doesn't want to go be with dad is because of alienating behavior by mom versus reported abuse?
I wish we had a crystal ball and we could know.
Wilkinson says both behaviors could be occurring.
Which is worse?
I don't know. I think for every situation, it may be different.
Combing through court records, the KSL investigators found multiple cases with allegations of abuse on one side and parental alienation on the other. These cases are dragging on, stalling custody decisions, and in one case, a mother who says she was abused ended up behind bars.
It's damaged us, and we feel like it has damaged our quality of life.
Tatum Merrill's ex-husband is charged with assaulting her oldest son, but so far, it's Tatum who was ordered to serve 5 days in jail for contempt of court in their custody case. Have a listen for yourself.
But I don't see that mother has left me with any other option. She's continued to alienate the child from father.
The judge found Tatum inappropriately withheld parent time from her ex, something she strongly denies.
It's just so wrong.
The KSL investigators were at the jail with Tatum and spoke to her attorney, Jess Kauser.
It should be jarring to anybody that we would send this mother to jail for 5 days.
She says what's getting lost are questions about what is best for the child.
Big red flashing questions that needed to be answered and haven't been answered at the expense of this child.
Those are questions State Senator Mike McKell also wants answered.
And it's something that I think we do need to review.
McKell works at the same law firm as Shani. Cases like hers are why he wants to change Utah law to demand that a child's safety is the #1 priority in requiring courts to consider evidence of abuse in custody decisions.
We've got a kind of a creative group down here that are using the legal system to kind of perpetuate abuse on some of these women that have been abused, and I'm very concerned about it.
Tatum and Shani want that concern to end in reform.
It's been a horrific experience.
But when I finally realized it was happening to like more people than me, that's when I really felt like I had kind of a responsibility to step up and to make sure that people knew what was going on.
McKell's bill would also have the courts explore more domestic violence training for judges. A hearing for that proposal hasn't been scheduled yet. We've linked to it in this story online at KSLTV.com. Mike and Debbie.
All right, Danielle.